Talking at his neck, pistol to his throat. Blow this motherfucker, he gon' choke. On the ground, on the floor, someone pick him up, take him to the moat. I'm riding through New York, finna go and shoot New Jersey up. Tryna take my chain, I ain't going. We gon' come and blow New Jersey up. Shout out my boy who asked for that song as the intro. Fucking banger, you know I had to deliver. But speaking of bangers, we got a fucking banger today. I randomly thought of this video like 2 nights ago, and I was like, dude, I have to do this shit. If you guys aren't aware, I fucking love Baker Mayfield. He's probably one of my top 3 favorite NFL players. My family grew up all huge OU fans. I watched Baker at OU, and this is just so interesting to me because I personally believe this Browns team with Baker Mayfield this year would be a Super Bowl roster. If you're a Baker Mayfield hater, you're obviously not going to agree with me, or maybe I'm a little bit delusional. Joe Flacco obviously hopped in and did great for them, but I mean, let's think about this realistically. If you don't trade for Deshaun Watson, you still have your draft picks. You don't lose, what was it, like $220 million guaranteed to Deshaun Watson. And you have Baker, who played better this year than Deshaun Watson did whenever he was playing. I don't know. I think the Browns did Baker dirty. I don't think you should cut a player after he has a down year playing on an injury. He may have had a couple down years, but I mean, I still think, how old is Baker? 28 years old, and he's been to 4 different teams. I don't know. I think the Browns fucked over my boy Baker, and we're going to prove that right today. This Browns roster is kind of stacked from top to bottom. They could definitely use more receiving threats, but David Njoku is a great receiving threat. So I think between him and Amari Cooper, they have a great pass game. And Joe Flacco built a great connection with David Njoku in the, towards the end of the year and in the playoffs. The Nick Chubb injury was really sad to watch. I was watching the game with my girlfriend, and oh my God, it was so fucking gross. But you have one of the best O-lines in the league for sure, and then one of the best defenses in the league as well. Zadarius Smith, Myles Garrett, you got JOK at linebacker. You have like insane corners. Denzel Ward, Greg Newsome, Martin Emerson. You got Grand Delpit. This team is insane. Like, this team is fucking stacked. But we're going to figure out how stacked it would be with Baker Mayfield at the helm. And before we hop into today's video, just wanted to let you guys know we are officially on the road to 400. We're getting kind of close. We're kind of zooming to 400. But with that being said, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you like Madden rebuilds, especially if you enjoy the video. Feel free to comment any Madden rebuilds you guys would like to see, and there's a good chance I will do it for you guys. This video did not come from a comment. This video did not come from a comment. It came from my fucking genius fucking brain. I'm really excited for this rebuild. Leave a like and subscribe. See, now the one thing I didn't do was get our first round pick back. Because, I mean, technically, if the Browns had Baker, they would have their first round pick. Don't the Cardinals have it now? No, the Texans do still have it. I thought the one they traded to the Cardinals was our pick, but I may switch over to the Texans and give ourselves our first round, but then the Texans will have a first round pick. Fuck the Texans, dude. I'm getting our first round pick back. I don't care. All right, we're giving the Browns their first round pick back. I don't care if I'm screwing the Texans over, bro. They got C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson this year. They can fucking suck my balls for all I care. I don't know if I want to use the Browns playbook. If you guys have seen my videos, you know I like to use the team's playbook that we're using for the first season or two. But I've seen the Browns playbook either do really good or just fucking terrible. Like 1-16 terrible. So I don't think, I'm not going to do that to myself. I want to see Baker put up some crazy numbers. Maybe we just start off with the Chiefs playbook early and fucking be insanely creative. But we're in a West Coast zone run. We could go with Dallas, honestly. I guess that's kind of different than what I normally do because I normally just go with Kansas City. But Dallas is weird. I feel like when the Cowboys have the Dallas playbook, it's the best thing ever. And then if you try to use it with a different team, you're just fucked. We'll try out the Cleveland defensive playbook. I honestly don't know how many times I've used it before. But we have an 87 overall roster going into the season. Got to take a look at the lineup to think about what I want to scout, honestly. Probably want to scout receiver. I think we could use one more extra receiving threat. Our third best receiver is a 69 overall. Honestly, I may sign a free agent guy. We don't really need to scout O-line or tight end or anything like that. The thing that sucks is I know like most of the receiver scouts are just wide receiver and corner, and we don't need a corner, but I don't know. I feel like receiver is probably the main priority right now. We're going to go sign a free agent receiver real quick. We're going to see who we're going to get here. Let's fucking go with Robbie Chosen. I've actually seen him do pretty good in simulation. That'd be a pretty interesting third receiver. Was he on the Panthers when Baker was there? Let me think. No, he may have already been with the Cardinals at that point. Dude, he's gotten tossed around like the coach's daughter. The one thing that's going to be interesting about scouting receivers is I set the draft classes to strong, but I left wide receiver and corner on normal because every time I set the draft classes to strong, the top 2 strengths of the draft class are corner and receiver, and it just gets, gets repetitive and boring. But I'm excited to see how we are going to do in this first year. So I'll see you guys at the midseason, and we'll see how we are looking with Baker Mayfield at quarterback. All right, we're only 2-4 at the midseason. It looks like the defense is the problem, so it's time to change to the Bills' defensive playbook. I wish playbooks weren't like the only thing that mattered in this game. We have an 85 overall defense, and for example, the Seahawks have an 84. They have the 7th defensive points per game. We have the last defense in points per game. But hey, offense is doing good, and Baker is the main point of this video, so that's good to see. 1,600 yards out of Baker, 12 touchdowns, 5 picks. Nick Chubb is doing good on the ground. Amari Cooper is leading the team in receiving, perfect. Ooh, I forgot how bad Jedrick Wills is in this game, but everybody else looks like they're doing pretty good. And Myles Garrett, I hope he does fucking crazy this video, because I always see him do so fucking good in simulation. If he doesn't do it for me, this game can... Let me be careful. But who would he have to re-sign? We'll actually have money because we cleared the cap penalty from Deshaun Watson. Ooh, kind of didn't think about that. We don't have as much money as I thought we would. But we don't have too many crazy players to bring back. It's mainly just Baker and Kareem Hunt. But we can't afford to bring back Baker now. He wants... This is actually pretty cheap. We'll re-sign him at the end of the year. I think we'll be able to free up some money and re-sign him. Should we trade Kareem Hunt? Do we really need 2 running backs? Nah, let's not trade Kareem Hunt. I don't think we'll get much. And I'm sure he's getting carries, so I don't think it'd be worth it. See what I mean? Receiver is still a strength of the draft class, and we didn't set it to strong, so I think we're going to be good leaving it at normal. But yeah, quick little pause there at the midseason. I'll see you guys at the end of the year. Hopefully the defense picks up and we'll be in the playoffs. We have a breakout DB in week 8. Grant Delpit with a breakout? Oh my god, this would be huge. And we're going against the 1-7 Cardinals. Come on, dude. We held them to 7 points. There's no way we didn't get it. Is he superstar? Oh my god, let's fucking go. That is huge. That's fucking huge. Alright, how do we go 10-7 and miss the playoffs, dude? Come on. I hate this game. We were the only 10-7 team to not make the playoffs because there were 2 11-6 teams, a 12-5 team, a 13-4 team, and a 15. Sorry if you hear my dogs barking, but this game is bullshit, dude. Defense was still really bad to finish off the year, but we had the 5th offensive points per game and the number 2 offense and pass yards. 10-7 and not in the playoffs, that's great. But Baker went crazy. 4,500 yards, 37 touchdowns, 9 picks, 67 completion percentage. Holy shit. Nick Chubb went even crazier, honestly. Holy fuck. 1,300 yards, 5.2 per carry with 20 touchdowns. We'll definitely be seeing him We'll definitely be seeing him up there for Offensive Player of the Year. Amari Cooper with 1,400 yards, 10 touchdowns. Robbie Chosen with 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. I told you guys this guy does crazy in simulation. Elijah Moore even did good. David Njoku did pretty good. Jedrick Wills was pretty bad. I honestly wouldn't hate drafting a new tackle this year. A-OK with 126 tackles. He leads the team. 18 TFLs out of Myles Garrett, 14 out of Dalvin Tomlinson, 11 out of Zadarius Smith, 15 sacks out of Myles Garrett. He had a really good year. 8 out of Zadarius Smith, 3.5 out of Dalvin Tomlinson, 3.5 out of Shelby Harris. 3 picks out of Grant Delpit, 2 out of JOK, 2 out of Juan Thornhill, 2 out of Mike Ford, 1 out of Greg Newsome. MVP goes to Lamar Jackson, but look who's in second place, Baker Mayfield. So not only do we go 10-7 and miss the playoffs, we get cucked for MVP by a division rival. If only they factored grit into MVP. But AFC Offensive Player of the Year, we also get cucked for. We come in second, again to a division rival. I guess it's just the same guy though, but Baker Mayfield in 5th, Amari Cooper in 7th. We had a lot of votes this year. Defensive Player of the Year, there's no way we got cucked by Blake Cashman. So we just came second place for 3 awards straight. That's awesome. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Rashee Rice, no Browns. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Will Anderson, no Browns. I mean, promising first season, but like, dude, come on. 10-7, not in the playoffs. That's just awesome, man. Honestly, Baker's probably going to go up to superstar, and like, it's just going to make his contract even more expensive. Fuck me. But the Niners win the Super Bowl over the Ravens 24-17. No retirements, but the Steelers lose their punter, center, and Patrick Peterson. Did I say center or center? I don't know. Maybe I'm tweaking. But moment of truth. Did Baker get superstar dev? Shit. That's good, but that's also bad. But Amari Cooper went up to X Factor. That's awesome. I think we're going to trade Jedrick Wills this year. And we knew Grant Delpit went up to superstar. No other dev ups. But now we have $34 million to spend. Still probably won't be quite enough to bring back Baker. We'll probably have to either restructure some deals or cut somebody or, some shit. But he was asking for like, what was it, like 20, 30 mil at the midseason a year, so maybe we'll be able to afford it. We have the 5th year for Greg Newsome. Honestly, I'm going to accept it. Fuck it. Oh, but we can't afford to give Baker this. We can even afford to go player friendly because $30 million a year for a quarterback is not bad at all. So we'll go 4 years, 126 mil. Welcome back, Baker Mayfield. Did Sione Takitaki have superstar? Or did he get this? Not superstar, star. Okay, that's a lot of money. Yeah, we're not going to re-sign him anyway. Yeah, that's going to be all the re-signings we make. Maybe we'll bring back Anthony Walker. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty cheap. Let's see if he'll take 1 year, 4.3. All right, perfect. So let's get into free agency. There's probably not going to be much we can do here with how little money we have. I would restructure deals, but I don't want to get ourselves into a scary cap situation because I know next year we have Nick Chubb, JOK, Greg Newsome, probably a couple more players. Let's see who is in free agency, though. Yeah, and I mean, the best players we don't have much use for. Josh Allen we don't really need. Patrick Queen would be a nice addition to our linebackers because we did just lose one. But again, we can't afford it. Yeah, I'm okay with not doing anything here. Honestly, it doesn't bother me too much. So we're going to turn Jedrick Wills, a 7th rounder, into a 2 and a 4 from the Niners. I know Jedrick Wills is a young tackle. It doesn't make much sense to trade him, as especially in real life. But in Madden, he sucks genuine balls, so I don't see any point in keeping him around. Let's get to the draft. We'll hopefully find a new left tackle. And there were some nice-looking receivers in this draft class that I think would be perfect to add to this team. I think we have to re-sign Amari Cooper next year, too. This is going to start to get scary. But we're not paying Deshaun Watson $200 million, so that should make this easier. That also reminds me, I didn't check what team Deshaun Watson got signed to. And then he got signed to the Bucs. I guess we just pretty much traded quarterbacks. That's interesting. I wonder how we did. I mean, he was decent for the Bucs. Baker was 10 times better, though, so we'll take that. Still can't believe Baker didn't win MVP, man. I wanted it so bad. So there is a top 5 talent receiver projected to go at 4. He is 23, though. Great speed, great excel, really good core attributes. This is really good. But there was another top 5 projected receiver. How does he look? Also a top 5 talent. The Bears are also planning on taking him, I guess. Shaden Knight is only 22. He has great strength, great excel, only solid speed. But ace, back catch, release. Okay, yeah. I think we're going to try to trade up for Shaden Knight, because there's also a decent amount of left tackles that we could hopefully get at some other point. So he's projected to go at 10. This game likes to lie a lot, so we're going to trade up to 9 with the Broncos. We pick at 18. Okay, this should be pretty doable. So to trade up 9 spots, we have to give up a 3rd for this year and a 3rd for next year. I think that's going to be worth it in the long run. And we're going to get a pretty nasty receiver to add to this receiving core. Robbie Chosen was pretty good for us, but I mean, this guy looks too good to pass up on. If the game's lying and he gets taken here, I'm going to be pretty frustrated, but I'm pretty sure that the Steelers were projected to take that safety, so he should still be here, and he sure is. Shaden Knight, 6'5", 217 pounds, 22 years old. 24 bench reps, should probably be elite strength, but that's okay. A release, medium route, stiff arm, spec catch, short route, run block, awareness, and then a bunch of Bs as well. We're going to go ahead and take him. Hidden dev, only 89 speed, but 74 strength. That receiver's really good. 91 jumping. He looks pretty well all around. My guess to his overall is probably like a 77, 78 overall. And let's see if we can get a good tackle here in the 2nd round. Tavarian McCain, 21 out of Michigan State, 40 bench reps. A run block power, A to C pass block power. He does have C run block finesse, but everything else looks pretty good. We're going to go ahead and take him. Elite strength is good enough for me. 6'8", 340 pounds. Hidden dev, 92 strength. I feel like the elite strength guy should have higher strength. It's normally like 92 to 93. I feel like elite should be like 96, 97. Maybe I'm talking out my ass, but I feel like that should be how that works. So Juan Thornhill is 28, so he's going to start regressing pretty soon. But we also have a pretty big hole at our D tackle too, so that's probably what we're going to be drafting here. Dennis McCoy's 21 out of UCLA, 35 bench reps. He has great strength. A play rec, only C power moves. I don't know. Holy fuck, this guy had 44 bench reps at his combine. 334 pounds. B to D power moves. Oh, the strength is just what's getting me. Damn, dude, that's so tempting. JJ Hoffman is 22 at A&M. I mean, this guy kind of looks better all around, but this is the more fun pick. I feel like this guy has a really good chance to be hidden dev with how strong he is, so we're going to go ahead and take him. Fuck it. Damn. Hey, we barely got the pick off before the draft clock expired, too. I forgot to pause it. But 97 strength at D tackle. He's going to be our starting D tackle, too, so... Oh, wait. The draft clock didn't expire. I just pressed A twice. So definitely a pretty decent pick nonetheless. I would have liked him to have a dev trait. The other guy did look better, But dude, when you have 44 bench reps at your combine, like you're going to get picked by me. Like it's just that simple. And I think with our last pick, we're going to go with a linebacker. Roman Claiborne's 23 out of Oregon. He ran a 4.57. He's elite speed, jumping, and change of direction with A zone coverage and A man coverage. So welcome to the Browns. Hidden Dev, 87 speed, 89 excel. I actually like that pick a lot. We could almost start him at linebacker. But we'll let the CPU take over from here, and we'll see how we did in the draft recap. Oh my god, Shaden Knight is an 81 overall. Our new starting left tackle is a 74 overall, not bad. Same with our starting D tackle. I wish he would have had hidden, but this still isn't bad. Claiborne's a 70 overall. The CPU took another receiver. He's a 73 overall normal dev. What overall was the other receiver that was projected to go like really early? He was only a 79, so we traded up for the right guy. There's an 82 overall left tackle. That would have been a nice pick. But we got the second highest overall player in the class, so I will take that. I like how this team is starting to look. We already looked good, and I think we look potentially even better now. I think it's going to be the cap situation that starts to get scary and fuck with us, but hopefully we can persevere. Why do I say things that are so cringe and gay? Damn, I didn't realize we had a good backup tackle. Should we start Coughlin at left and then have McCain start on the right side? DeJuan Jones is only 23, though. Shit. I mean, what can we get out of him? All right, if we're able to get a second rounder out of him, that's perfect with me, honestly. We have our new starting tackle anyway. So here is the offense after the offseason. I guess we're going to start McCain on the left side. I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of feel like we should switch these guys. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. Conklin has more experience, and we need McCain to develop first before he's going to be starting on the left side. Because I think in this game, no matter who your left tackle is, they're going to allow the most sacks. And I'd rather McCain have a couple good years and start to develop. So the O-line's looking great. The interior looks great. We got a new tackle. We got Jedrick Wills out of here. Baker Mayfield's up to superstar. We gave him a new sick receiver, an 81 overall rookie. We have a 99 overall running back, X-Factor receiver. Offense looks perfect. And then on defense, we filled up our hole at our second D tackle. We had a new linebacker to the starting core. Secondary looks great. There's really no holes on this team. So after coming off a 10-7 year, I think we're bound to have just as good of a record. I think the team potentially even got a little better. We do have the same overall that we started last season with, but I'm excited for this season. I'll see you guys at the midseason. I always get so confused when I see a tie on our record, but we are 5-1-1 at the midseason. We just came off a victory over the Chiefs. 7th offensive points per game. The defense is still doing bad. We got to see who's doing good. What team's defense is doing good. We got to find what playbook we want to switch to. Bruh, we're literally using the Bills, and they have the best defense in the league. I guess let's just tough it out, honestly. Before we look at our stats, we got to see who we have to re-sign and how much money we have to work with, because we're going to have a few re-signings here. We only have $10 million to bring back Nick Chubb, Amari Cooper, J.O.K., Zadarius Smith, Elijah Moore. I'm glad we picked up the 5th year for Greg Newsome, honestly. I don't think we can afford to bring back any of these guys as of right now. It's probably going to have to happen at the end of the year. We're probably going to have to restructure a couple deals, re-sign one guy, and tag the other. We'll probably lose J.O.K., we'll probably lose Zadarius Smith, but we can replace those guys in the draft. I would trade them, but I'm not going to trade anybody at the midseason of a year we're 5-1-1 and can make a push. Baker is 3rd in the league in passing yards as of right now, though. 1,800 passing yards, 12-2 touchdown interception ratio. Please win MVP this year, Baker. Nick Chubb's doing so good. I really hope we're able to keep him around for longer. 5.5 per carry, 7 touchdowns. And our rookie receivers leading the team in yards, 560 yards, 3 touchdowns. Joel Bitonio is actually leading the team in allowed sacks. Tavarius McCain is doing great as a rookie. Oh, yeah, and Myles Garrett already has 7 sacks on the year. He's going for Defensive Player of the Year. We got cucked for 3 awards last year. We're coming back strong. So we're probably going to lose some players after this year, but I think we have a good chance to make a push. So I'll see you guys at the end of the year where we are hopefully in the playoffs. I can smell the Baker MVP season incoming. I can smell it. Smells good. 11-5, we get the 1 seed in the AFC. We still had a shit defense, but I will take the 1 seed nonetheless. We have a weekly award from Week 18 where we lost. Myles Garrett, 8 tackles, 2 sacks. Don't know how 11-5-1 is good enough for the 1 seed, but I will take it. Baker was 3rd in the league in passing yards, but it looked like somebody threw 45 passing touchdowns, so we're not going to win MVP. But Baker Mayfield, 4,400 yards, 34 touchdowns, 10 picks, 67 completion percentage. Nick Chubb went crazy again, 1,400 yards, 5.2 per carry, 18 touchdowns. He had 5 fumbles, though. Amari Cooper with a great year, 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns. We probably won Rookie of the Year with Shaden Knight. He had a really good year. Elijah Moore almost with 1,000 yards, and Njoku with 600 yards, 5 touchdowns. Yeah, I think it's just left tackle is just going to do bad every time. Jack Conklin allows 15 sacks, but Tucker McCain I'm an idiot. Tavarius McCain was good. Joel Bitonio was a little bad, but not terrible. Our center and right guard were great. JOK with 129 tackles leads our team. 16 TFLs out of LaMarcus Monroe. 12 out of Dalvin Thomas, and 11 out of Myles Garrett. And Myles Garrett got 20 sacks on the year. Please be enough for Defensive Player of the Year. 9 sacks out of Zadarius Smith. 5 out of Dalvin Thomas, and 2 out of JOK. 7 interceptions out of Denzel Ward. He's about to get a dev trade upgrade. 3 out of Greg Newsome, 2 out of Grant Delpit, 1 out of JOK, and 1 out of Roman Claiborne. But MVP goes to Dak Prescott. We came in 4th with Baker Mayfield. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Jonathan Taylor. Nick Chubb in 3rd place. Oh, there's no way. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby. Eric Kendricks in 2nd place, and we came in 3rd with Myles Garrett. Denzel Ward is also in 10th place. But Offensive Rookie of the Year does go to Shaded Knight, so that's awesome. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Jermaine Colbert. We get cucked by a division rival. What else is new? Hey, but that means our rookie had a good year, so honestly, I can't complain. But who are we taking on in the divisional? Please don't be the Ravens. Please don't be the Chiefs. The Chargers. This is doable. But, like, look at this shit. The Chargers have an 83 overall defense with the 9th defense in points per game. We have an 87 overall defense with the 25th defense in points per game. I don't know. Let's just sim to the AFC Championship. We're playing a team that we're 2 overalls higher than, so let's just see what happens. Cool. Our 88 overall defense allows 41 points. That's awesome. Is it really going to be one of these videos where we just have a super team and can't get it done? Like, is it just going to be this the whole time? And the Cowboys beat the Chargers in the Super Bowl 20-14. No retirements. Cameron Hayward and Greg Van Roten both retire, though. But Baker Mayfield goes up to X Factor. Our rookie receiver goes up to Superstar. Oh my God, this is, like, we got to win the Super Bowl next year, dude. Denzel Ward does go up to Superstar like I expected. Our other rookie only had Star, and we all knew Monroe already had Normal, but I think he's going to be good for us in the long run anyway. But we only have $6 million to work with, and we have to bring back at least Nick Chubb and Amari Cooper. We're probably going to be losing JOK this year, which is unfortunate. We're probably going to be losing Zadarius Smith as well. But I feel like those are 2 pretty easy positions to replace in the draft. Got to go try to restructure some deals so that we can bring back Nick Chubb and Amari Cooper. I think we may have freed up enough money. If not, we'll just tag one of them. But we have $38 million to spend now. Let's see what we can do. Nick Chubb isn't interested. Amari Cooper is. JOK is really not interested. So we'll start off with Amari Cooper. 3 years, $56 million, and he's coming back. And then Nick Chubb. Wait. I didn't offer him, and it's just offering me to tag. Huh? All my life, I didn't offer him. But honestly, $16 million isn't a crazy tag. We could even bring back one of these guys, then tag him, honestly. Will JOK take 5 years, $77.5 million? No, he will not. I'm okay with losing Zadarius Smith, though, and the rest of these guys. Let's just tag Nick Chubb, I guess. I don't know why it didn't let me make him an offer, but I'm sure he asked for about how much the tag was. That's kind of frustrating. We're not going to do anything in free agency. We only have $5 million, so we'll go ahead and get into the draft, where we need to replace Zadarius Smith and JOK. The guy that I kind of want is projected to fall to the Eagles. He's a right outside linebacker who'd probably move down to D-end. He's 6'6", 254 pounds, though, with only solid speed and decent excel. A block shedding, A awareness, A power moves, only C finesse moves. I mean, he could probably play D-end for us. Who's projected to fall to us? I mean, even the guy that's projected to go 1 pick above us, hey, we could trade up 1 spot. Josh Phelps, elite jumping, good speed, elite excel. A finesse moves, A pursuit, A stamina, A awareness. This guy looks really good. So let's try to trade up 1 pick. Maybe we trade up 2 just to be safe. We'll trade up with the Bills, and then we'll take Josh Phelps because the guy that's projected to fall to us doesn't look great. So we'll trade up with the Bills. We'll draft Josh Phelps, and I think he'll be a good D lineman for us to replace Zadarius Smith. Our defense has just been playing so bad, and we have such a good defense. Like, I don't understand. So to trade up 2 spots, we give up a 4th for 27 and a 6th-round pick for this year. But yeah, hopefully that guy falls to us. I think he looks pretty good. I think he'll be hidden. He was only 21 years old. We'll move him down to DN, and I think he'll be a great player for us. But we still also need to draft a linebacker as well. We need to keep that in mind. Don't tell me. Oh, okay. I was about to shit my pants. Josh Phelps, welcome to the Browns. Hidden Dev, 82 speed, 90 excel, 6'3", 248. That guy's about to be a stud. And we have 2 picks in the 2nd round here from trading away from trading away Jedrick Wills. It might be Cedric. I don't fucking know. This guy's not projected to go till the 3rd or 4th, but I don't think we have a 3rd or a 4th round pick. This guy honestly looks even better. Dom Weary, 22 out of Missouri, a 4.45, elite speed, elite change of direction, A play rec, A zone coverage, A to B man. Yeah, I like this pick. It's a little early to take him, but we don't have the picks later to take him, so fuck it, we ball. He's going to have hidden, which he does. 89 speed, 89 excel. I think he's going to be a good overall. Our new JOK replacement. So we got 2 good young linebackers from the last 2 drafts. What do I want to use this other second round pick on? Maybe a third receiver, maybe another linebacker. I don't know. We'll take a look at the receivers. We'll take a look at the linebackers. We'll see what looks better. I don't think we're going to get a very good receiver here late in the second round, though. Although, Derry Duhan, 23 out of Idaho State. Ooh, his combine was awful. B release, B stiff arm, B spec catch. That's about all that's good about him. Emmanuel Lyons also had a kind of a mid combine. He also looks kind of mid. Cameron Silvers has elite strength. He looks the best out of all of them. We kind of need a third receiver. I'd rather have one than a linebacker. This guy's a decent chance of being hidden. How old is he? 22. He's 6'5", 224. If he's hidden, it's a great pick. If he's normal, it's a mid pick. Let's see. Ugh, only normal. But 76 strength, that receiver. I mean, he'll probably start somewhere for us anyway. I'll probably make a couple more of these picks just because we have a couple positions I'd like to draft. But I'll see you guys at the draft recap, and we'll see how we did. And in the draft, I'd say we did okay. Josh Phelps is a 75 overall. I got to see what overall he is at the end. And he goes up to a 76. That's awesome. Weary's a 72. He'll be a starting linebacker. Silvers is a 73. We'll try to find a spot for him. Porter's only a 69. I took Porter and rushing. They're both not very good. They're both 69 overalls. The best player in the class was an 82 overall safety. There was an 80 overall safety, an 80 overall running back, and an 80 overall corner. I don't know. Not the best draft out of me, if I'm being honest, but could have been worse. Dude, last year should have been our year. Why did we lose to the Chargers? And why did we allow 41 points with the defense that we had? But here's the offense after the draft. Pretty similar, honestly. I think we still have a really good offense. I think we'll continue to do good. And here's the defense. Don't know how I feel about it. A pretty big hole at linebacker. Maybe we'll sign some free agent linebacker if we have the money to. We might trade Okoronkwo, honestly, just to get him out of here. All right, and we turn him into the Broncos' third-round pick. Perfect. So here's how the defense looks. Again, we're probably going to pick up an extra linebacker just to be safe, but we still have good corners. We still have a good secondary overall. And I'd say the D-line looks good. If Phelps can have a good year as a rookie, I think we'll look really good. But let's go see what middle linebackers are available and if we can even afford to sign one. I could get down with some Landon Collins action. So the team honestly looks probably the worst it's been so far. But who knows? I'm sure with how Madden is, it'll be our best year. Fuck, we don't have a kicker or a punter. God damn it. Can't even lie, I would probably put money on the fact that even though we have an 84 overall defense, it's going to perform way better than it has the previous years. That's just how this game be sometimes, honestly. It's just how it goes. But yeah, let's get to the midseason and let's see if I'm right. Let's see if the defense is doing better now that it's down to an 84 overall. Or let's see if I don't know anything. But I think I have a pretty good idea because Madden likes lower overalls more for some reason. We're 4-3 at the midseason. Moment of truth. How's our defense doing? Yep. Third defense in points per game now that it's a lower overall. And now the offense is doing bad. All right. Can't just have both doing good. That's sick. The Steelers have the 9th offense in points per game with an 83. Oh, this game grinds my fucking gears. Baker Mayfield was kind of due for a down year, though. Although, this isn't really a down year. 1,500 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 2 picks. That's great. Nick Chubb's kind of having a down year. This is still good, though. For almost 500 yards, 4.3 per carry. Amari Cooper leading the team in receiving. I'm glad to see Njoku's getting more touches. O-line's actually doing really good. And Myles Garrett already has 7 sacks, and our rookie already has 2 sacks and 7 TFLs. Cannot complain about that. If he could win Defensive Rookie of the Year, that would be fucking huge for this team. But we have 21 players ready to re-sign, and we have $59 million to spend to bring back Nick Chubb, Greg Newsome, Martin Emerson, David Njoku, Wyatt Teller, Juan Thornhill, Jerome Ford, Ronnie Hickman, Joel Bitonio. This is getting sketchy, dude. We'll hold off on Nick Chubb till the end of the year. If he doesn't finish out the year as crazy as he did, we may consider he's a 99 overall running back. We should probably just bring him back, huh? But I don't really want him for 3 years. I don't even think he'll take this. If he takes 3 or 60 mil, we'll bring him back. Okay, he's coming back. Perfect. Definitely want to bring back Greg Newsome, young stud corner. 5 years, 67 mil, and he's coming back. Martin Emerson, I'd rather have David Njoku, to be honest. 4 years, 54, and he's also coming back. Wyatt Teller, Joel Bitonio. I want Joel Bitonio back really bad. Oh, we can't even afford him. I guess let's just bring back Martin Emerson for now, and we'll bring back Joel Bitonio at the end of the year. Hopefully we can free up some money somehow. We haven't been able to do anything in any of these free agencies because we haven't had any money. I thought not having Deshaun Watson would change that, but I was wrong. But honestly, O-line is pretty replaceable in the draft. Even if we lost Wyatt Teller and Joel Bitonio, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Let's see how we finish the year off. Hopefully the offense can pick it up. It's crazy. I love how I spoke into existence, how our defense was going to be better now that it's a lower overall. I'll see you guys at the end of the year. Really, 5-12. The defense didn't even finishing out good. The offense finished out decent, but the defense finished out terrible. 5-12. That's crazy. At least Baker Mayfield still did good. 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, 9 picks. Nick Chubb was still good. 1,300 yards, 4.9 per carry, 11 touchdowns. Amari Cooper was still good. 1,300 yards, 6 touchdowns. Shaden Knight was still good. David Njoku did good. I honestly tried to start Silvers over Brandon Sapp, but I guess I'm an idiot. Honestly, the O-line was really good this year. Like 27 total sacks allowed on the year. Dom Weary led our team in tackles as a rookie. This was honestly a pretty decent year out of him. 18 TFLs out of LaMarcus Monroe, 17 out of Josh Phelps, 16 out of Myles Garrett, 18.5 sacks on Myles Garrett, 5.5 out of Josh Phelps. He'll probably get second for Defensive Rookie of the Year. 2 picks out of Claiborne, 2 out of Greg Newsome, 1 out of Denzel Ward, 1 out of Grant Delpit. MVP goes to Patrick Mahomes. Baker's nowhere to be seen. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Isaiah Pacheco. No Browns. Defensive Player of the Year does go to Myles Garrett, though. Let's fucking go. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Von Hatchett for the Bengals. It's, of course, a division rival. Defensive Rookie of the Year does go to Josh Phelps, though. So, hey, we got a good young edge rusher in the making. Thank God. But, dude, 5-12? There's normally 1 year, at least, where you just have, like, an insane down year. So I guess it's kind of not fair, but predictable, to say the least, I guess. Fuck this game, dude. And a division rival wins the Super Bowl over the Falcons. That's sick. No retirements. Nick Chubb regresses after we resign him. That's kind of unfortunate. No dev-ups on offense, though. But on defense, Phelps does go up to superstar. And Monroe actually went up to star, so that's actually awesome. We need to hopefully draft a middle linebacker this year. I think we could use another receiver as well. We're probably going to lose both of our guards. We have negative $5 million. If I keep restructuring these deals, we're going to keep having no money to spend. And I mean, we could just draft guards. Like, guards aren't very hard to get in the draft. I really don't feel like restructuring deals and leaving us no money for next year. We're probably going to lose Wyatt Teller. Probably going to lose Juan Thornhill. We're probably going to lose Joel Bitonio. But that's about the only good players we're going to lose. It's unfortunate, but I mean, hey, we've been able to bring back pretty much everybody else we wanted so far, so I can't complain that much. And hey, we have $18 million now that it's free agency for some reason. I don't know. We can afford to bring back Wyatt Teller. We may as well shoot him an offer, see if he wants to come back. Why wouldn't the Steelers want him, dude? Suck my balls. Dude, we can't get either of them back. That's so unfortunate. In free agency, we're just going to try to sign Damian Lewis so that we only have to draft one guard at least. That'll make our life a little bit easier. I need to be positive. I need to stop just giving you guys an hour-long video of me just bitching the whole time. But this game just makes me want to bitch so bad. We gonna come and blow New Jersey up. So in the draft, we need a center and a guard. We could also probably use a third receiver. God. And then we need a middle linebacker and a safety. This is doable. Because we also are going to have a really high draft pick. We could probably trade down and get a decent amount of value. Because would I rather have like one really good guy this year or a bunch of good guys to fill positions? We have the 4th overall pick. It has us taking a tackle, which I wouldn't do. That's like one of the only things we don't need. I don't know. Let's trade this pick down. I wish there were teams with like multiple first rounders in the same year, but there's no like, this game's not smart enough to make teams trade up or down. So nobody's going to have multiple first rounders, but we could get extra picks for next year, I guess. I mean, the Falcons are offering Drake London. The Giants are offering Xavier McKinney. The Packers are offering Quay Walker. We're getting offered a lot of corners, but that's just not what we need. Oh, yeah, thanks, Steelers. Thanks for signing Wyatt Teller and then offering him back to us. Suck my gooch. I'm going to try to get a young, not that good middle linebacker and then get some extra draft picks along with it. Somebody like Drew Sanders or maybe even Jack Campbell. You know what? We're going to take the Falcons up on their offer, but we're going to get more. So we're trading down from 4. We're getting the Falcons 2nd round pick for this year. We're also giving up a 3rd and a 5th from 28 for their 1st round next year and their 4th round next year. I don't know why it lagged. But now we're going to have like 2 or 3 second rounders for this year's draft to fill up some of these holes. And now we have a really nasty receiving core for Baker Mayfield, so there's no more excuses for us to have that bad of an offense. And then we can use the rest of these picks to get a center or a guard. And then we still, of course, need a middle linebacker and a safety. Oh, my God. This is going to be harder than I thought. I think it's going to be doable, though. Shit, I don't know. Maybe we should have stayed in the first round. It's whatever. Let's just get into our pick. The safeties aren't looking too crazy. I do like Greg Bradfield, 22 out of Bama. Good strength, good speed, good excel. I mean, he looks okay. But we have another second-round pick we could use him on. I don't see him going too high. But I don't know. The middle linebackers that look good, I don't think will go that soon either. What about the O-linemen? Oh, okay. Barry Hazelwood is 22 out of Washington. He has elite agility, great strength. His run block finesse and run block power are pretty bad. Everything else looks really good. Fuck it. We're going to take him. Hidden dev, 90 strength. He's going to be our new starting center. He looks like he'll be a pretty high overall, so I will take that. And then I'm really hoping that safety will be available here with our next pick in the second. It wouldn't surprise me if he got taken. But the center looked better, so I'm going to take the center. I don't think this is him. But Marcus McCutcheon, 21 out of Bama. Great strength, great speed. This guy honestly looks almost better. But he also has the potential to be worse. A to C man, A to C catching, A to C finesse moves. But he's B hit power, B awareness, B tackle. All he needs to do is be like a 70 overall and he'll start for us. So welcome to the Browns. And he has hidden dev. Let's fucking go. So now we need a middle linebacker and a guard. Probably take middle linebacker here with this next pick. Take guard in the 4th round. Delvin Thomason, 21 out of Florida. Good strength, good speed, good excel. A tackle, B to D zone. This guy looks okay. I mean, Thad Bridge has elite speed. B man, B zone, B tackle, B block shooting. This guy kind of looks good all around. Yeah, fuck it. Let's take him. Damn it. It's alright. Our middle linebackers are really low overall, so we'll probably start anyway. I just wish we could have gotten a dev trait. But we have 2 other pretty young linebackers, both with dev traits, so I guess it's fine. And then let's see if we can get a guard here. Okay, what if we took one of these safeties and played them at linebacker if they had a dev trait? Because they look better. Telvin Slate's 22 out of Arizona State. His ratings look pretty dog shit. But A tackling, A hit power, B to D man, only C zone. What about this guy? Ernest Welford looks okay. Oh, they both don't look very good. I just think this guy might have a dev trait. If he doesn't have a dev trait, I'm the biggest moron of all time. But Telvin Slate, please come through for me. Let's fucking go. And he's kind of big enough to play linebacker. In real life, probably not, but this is Madden. Madden does not care. This game's not good. As you guys have probably noticed throughout this rebuild. We'll make one last pick here in the 5th, try to grab a guard, and then we'll see how we did in the draft recap. The guards that are left don't look great. Curtis Clinton, though, honestly looks pretty bad, but he looks like the best guy available, so fuck it, we ball. Let's take him. Only normal dev, he's probably like a 69 overall and probably isn't going to start. But we need depth at O-line, so we're going to take it. I'll see you guys at the draft recap. We'll see how we did. Okay, I fucking knew this guy was going to be a good overall. Hazelwood is an 82 overall center. Let's go. And then McCutcheon is a 75 overall free safety. Thad Bridge is a 73 overall middle linebacker. We got to see what overall Tevin Slate is at middle linebacker. Because if he's like 70, 71, 72, we'll probably start him at middle linebacker. Just for the sake of the dev trait. He looks really small for a linebacker. Yeah, 67. I guess we could have him as our backup strong safety and play him at sub linebacker. Because he could also be a slot corner. I think that's how we'll do it. Because also, the middle linebacker we took is a 73 overall, not bad. And this guy is terrible like I expected. But the CPU did take us one of these blocking tight ends in the 6th round. Does he have hidden? He sure does. Probably going to have X Factor. Let's go. And we have an extra 1st round pick for next year. So we're looking good. We just need to perform as good as we actually are one of these years and we'll win the Super Bowl. But here's the offense after the draft. We got a rookie 84 overall center. We have one of the best receiving cores ever between Drake London, Amari Cooper, and Knight. And then Bridge is going to start at middle linebacker. We got a new starting free safety. Slate's going to be our backup strong safety. We'll play him at sub linebacker. I don't know, maybe not. We'll have to see because Bridge looks actually pretty good. So honestly, probably we won't. We'll play him at slot corner or something. Should I just switch our defensive playbook? The Bills has been doing bad for us every year. Even though the Bills defensive playbook is good, every time I use it, it's deciding to be bad here. Oh my God. Let's just go back to the Browns defensive playbook. If it doesn't work, we'll try Dallas. I don't know. We are back up to an 87 overall team. After going 5-12 last year, we gotta be in the playoffs this year. There's just no way we aren't. But I guess let's just get to the midseason where we're probably gonna be 1-5 or some bullshit. But hey, maybe we'll be 5-1. Who knows? Let's just see. Please, Madden, please. Yeah, and I called it. And the defense is doing bad again. We're trying Dallas. 87 overall defense, doing that bad. That's just awesome. See how the Dallas defensive playbook will do for us. Makes me sad because Baker's been doing so good throughout this video. It's just the defense. Baker also has another breakout and he's already X Factor. But Baker Mayfield, 1,800 yards, 10 touchdowns, 5 picks. Nick Chubb still doing great, 4.5 per carry, 5 touchdowns. Drake London's our new leading receiver. I want to move Amari Cooper into the slot. I need to make sure I do that. Jack Conklin isn't doing great. Damian Lewis isn't doing great. I'd say everybody else is doing pretty good, though. Myles Garrett only with 3 sacks at the midseason. He's had 7 every other one. I don't know why the Browns' defensive playbook is so bad. If they have one of the best defenses in the league, we also have 0 interceptions on the year. That's awesome. I want to make sure I put Amari Cooper in the slot, though. But who do we have to re-sign here? Okay, we actually have $66 million, but we have to re-sign Myles Garrett, Grant Delpit, and honestly, that's really only the super important players. We do have Jack Conklin as well, but I think he's pretty replaceable. Myles Garrett is not replaceable, so we're going to give him 5 years, $206 million, and he's happy to re-sign. I'd also really like to bring back Grant Delpit. We'll give him 4 years, 51. That's not too expensive. He's on the fence. He's not signing yet, but honestly, we can get him back at the end of the year. I think he's pretty attainable. I don't know, man. Hopefully we can finish out the year strong. If not, next year will probably be the last year of the rebuild. I guess we can see if Baker gets his breakout before we get to the end of the season. We're only going against the Colts, so I feel like this is pretty doable. And even though Baker's already X Factor, he would get a good amount of XP for this and get a couple upgrades, so it would be good for the team. So let's get to week 9. Let's see if Baker wants to hit his breakout. Honestly, we can get to week 9 and try to re-sign Grant Delpit as well. We win 38-30. That's got to be good enough. I don't think you got it, dude. Bro, we scored 38 points, but Baker thinks he should have had a better day. What, dude? Like, how are you not happy with that? But let's try to bring back Grant Delpit while we're here. So he was pretty close to accepting it, so I think if we up the bonus to $7 million, he'll accept this. No, it's real tempting. Fuck you. We'll re-sign you at the end of the year, dude. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Hopefully the team can finish off good and we're in the playoffs. Oh my god, 17-3, dude. You know what? Can't really complain about 8 and 9 after how we started. Baker's still doing good. He was 3rd in the league in passing yards, 4,200 yards, 26 touchdowns and 12 picks. Not the greatest ratio, but still a pretty good year nonetheless. Nick Chubb, averaging 4.5 per carry, got 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns. Amari Cooper, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns. Drake London, 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. Knight did good, and Njoku did good. We'll probably replace Jack Conklin. He's in a contract year here. I say everybody else did pretty good. Dom Weary leads the team in tackles with 126, 16 TFLs out of Dalvin Tomlinson, 13 out of Josh Phelps, 12 out of Myles Garrett. Only 10 sacks out of Myles Garrett, 7 out of Josh Phelps, 3.5 out of Dalvin Tomlinson. 2 picks out of Martin Emerson, 2 out of Denzel Ward, 1 out of Greg Newsome. MVP goes to Lamar Jackson, division rival. What else do I need to say? AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Lamar Jackson, division rival. What else do I have to say? Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby, no Browns. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Roman McKinney for the Raiders. And Mark Kirkpatrick in 9th, I believe that was our backup tight end. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Rashad Gilbert, a division rival. Nothing else to say. It's just like, thanks for just making my division play 10 times better when I'm using a team. Fucking 88 overall team can't fucking go 9 and 8 at least. Ugh. Dude, the rebuild started off so good. I thought it was going to be light work. It's just, Madden's just playing with my balls. And the Chiefs win the Super Bowl over the Buccaneers. Nobody retires. But we got to try to bring back Grant Delpit. I also forgot to check if we got any dev ups. I'll make sure to do that before we get into the re-signings. Drake London goes up to Superstar. I think he definitely deserves it. No develops on defense, but Slate actually has superstar. That's really interesting. Wonder what we can do with that. I don't know. If I would have known that, I honestly would have traded Grant Delpit at the midseason, but it's whatever. We're definitely going to bring him back here. He's a way higher overall. There's no point in not. Shaden Knight has a 5th year for $23 million. Honestly, it's expensive, but he'll probably ask for a lot of money, so let's just go ahead and pick it up. Grant Delpit, can you please just resign? 4 years, $57.2 million. Thank you. And that's probably going to be everybody we bring back. Say goodbye to Jack Conklin. Say goodbye to all of these players. We're going to lose Dalvin Thomason. We're going to draft a new D-tackle. I don't know. I think we're going to be all right, though. We have 2 first-rounders this year. We should actually have some money to work with in free agency for once. Dude, Chris Jones, just be in free agency or something, please. Save us, Chris Jones, please. Oh, my God. He's actually here. We got to go free up money right now. Myles Garrett and Chris Jones on the same D-line. Just imagine it. And we're going into probably the last year. So we're gonna make it happen. Could you guys tell that I was excited Chris Jones was there? All right, so I definitely freed up enough money to go for Chris Jones. It's just going to come down to what teams are interested in him and how much they're offering. I will fucking give him everything if it's what it takes. He has almost a full interest meter. We're giving him a very player-friendly deal for like 3 years. Even though he's really old, I think it's going to be worth it in the long run. Is there anybody else here we could use? I could get us a kicker and punter, actually, before I forget. So in free agency, we're of course going for Chris Jones. We're also going to try to bring Jake Elliott and Tommy Townsend over. Chris Jones, we are your top offer, and you almost have a full interest meter. I gave you such a fat offer. If you accept, it'll show everybody what I gave you. So please don't cuck me. The Raiders don't need you. We do. Thank you. 3 years, $30 million salary, $75 million bonus. We also got Jake Elliott. Tommy Townsend, can you stop holding out as if you're going to get any other offers? All right, suck my gooch. I'm sure this defense will still find a way to be 30th in points per game, but it's whatever. But going into the draft, here's how the lineup is looking. Hazelwood has superstar. I think we kind of guessed so with how his overall was as a rookie. We need a new tackle. We could probably use a new guard as well. Receiving core looks great. Baker's down to an 84, technically an 81. He has +3 morale. But I don't think we need to touch the offense other than the O-line. And then on defense, I'd still like to get a better linebacker. But other than that, what else can we even go for? Like, the D-line is perfect. Damn, we're just going to have to pretty much go for depth here in the draft. I want to get a good middle linebacker, and I want to get a good tackle, and I want to get a good guard. But let's see what we can do. I actually want to look at the tackles that are here, because if there's a really good tackle, we'll trade up for him. This guy's only around 1 talent, so I don't think he's worth trading up for. And this guy's only around 1 to 2 talent. One of these guys will most likely fall to us. Yeah, I think there's nobody really worth trading up for. We pick at like 15, so we should be able to get a pretty good tackle here in the first round. So let's see who we can get. The guy that's projected to go in the 2nd to 3rd round is honestly my favorite guy. He had 38 bench reps at his combine and has elite strength. And his ratings look really good. Ooh, that gives us room to use our first round pick on something else though. But let's look at the right tackles too before I get ahead of myself. Yeah, no, I want that tackle. Let's look at the middle linebackers. Maybe there's some crazy first round middle linebacker. Oh, not really. Brian Richardson's 22 years old. He has elite agility. I feel like that 23 bench reps as a linebacker is better than solid strength. B-zone, B-man. I mean, he looks okay. What about Kerry Logan, 22 out of Clemson? Elite speed. A player. This guy looks better, I'd say. Yeah, let's do it. Hidden dev, 91 speed, 90 excel. Please be like a 78 overall. Linebackers normally aren't crazy overalls in these drafts, but if he can be a crazy overall, I think that'd be perfect. And we'll take that tackle here with our next pick, and then we'll take a guard in the 2nd round. Now, which one was it? It wasn't Hayden Brink. Was it Joshua Barton? Yeah, it sure was. Welcome to the Cleveland Brown. Whoa, I can't talk. Hidden dev, 93 strength, only 21 years old. Probably like a 75 overall. And we need a guard here. 39 bench reps at guard. He has elite strength, A run block power, A to C pass block power. His run block finesse could be low, or it is low. And his pass block finesse could also be pretty low, but he looks good. Cam Tyler, welcome to the Browns. Only normal dev. All right. Like, how do I even manage to draft a normal dev guard of all positions? Cheese in my pockets, Velveeta. I think we're going to go with another linebacker here. It's just the best looking player on the board. He has elite speed, excel, agility, and change of direction. And look at these core attributes. Peter Robinson, welcome to the Browns. Hidden dev, 89 speed, 90 excel. And the CPU can have the rest of the picks. I don't really care all that much. This is going to be the last year of the rebuild. We have a good enough team to go to the Super Bowl. It's just going to come down to if Madden Simulation wants to put a big fat wiener in our butts or not. Been recording for almost 2 hours. I think I've been going long enough. The middle linebacker we took in the first round is a 75 overall. Joshua Barton's only a 73, but that's not bad. Cam Tyler's a 74. He'll probably start. Peter Robinson's a 73 overall. Lamar Gaffney is a C. Oh, I actually focus scouted this guy when the CPU took him. They also took a 72 overall running back. All right, this has to be the year, man. And if it's not, like, I'm ending the video. I don't. Baker's just regressing more and more. There's no point in doing another year after this one. So let's take a look at the lineup before we hop into the season. We have a new tackle. We have a new guard. We still have a crazy receiving core. We still got my boy Nick Chubb. We also have a few good running back, or, decent running backs. Got a new middle linebacker. We actually got another linebacker to play for us. So we have depth. We have depth at safety. We have depth at corner. I think we have a really good team here. We even added a good kicker and punter in free agency. But I will see you guys at the end of the season, and we're going to see how this team does in the final year, and if Baker Mayfield can get the Browns a Super Bowl. Ooh, we have a mentor rookie. I saw y'all's comments about this. I didn't know how to do it before. But if we go long-term development from Nick Chubb, our rookie running back's going to get a depth tray upgrade in the next week. I knew they could get a depth tray upgrade somehow, but I would always get confused how I just went back to the screen. And also last time, I think I put immediate impact. That's probably what fucked it up. But look, if we go back to re-mentor rookie, really impressed me, blah, 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 selfishness, blah, 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 dev trade upgrade. That's sick. I don't know what improve rookie is, though, if I'm being honest. Oh, I accidentally clicked on it. God damn it. This is one of our O linemen or some shit, and I accidentally pressed it again. God damn it. Joshua Barton has received +3 pass block power. Awesome. All right, that's enough blabbering. Make sure I start a rookie running back, though, if he's going to have star dev now. Not start him as our backup. All right, he is our backup. Cool. But yeah, see you guys at the end of the year where we are hopefully in the playoffs. I would like you guys to keep in mind that we have a 91 overall defense, so if we're like 25th to 30th in points per game, it's not my fault. And we finished 12-5. We somehow don't win our division, but we did make the playoff, and our defense finally fucking performed how it should have. Thank God. It still should have been better than this. We had, honestly, a really comparable defense to the Patriots, and we have 7 overalls on their defense. Baker Mayfield was 3rd in the NFL in passing yards with 4,600, 40 touchdowns, 11 picks, 71 completion percentage. Nick Chubb with 1,500 yards and 16 touchdowns. 3 1,000-yard receivers between Drake London, Shaden Knight, and Amari Cooper. 17 touchdowns out of Amari Cooper, too. That is crazy. David Njoku even got 760 yards and 4 touchdowns. Tavarius McCain had a pretty bad year on his first year on the left side. Barton wasn't great either. Damian Lewis wasn't great, but I guess Hazelwood and Tyler were good. 121 tackles out of Kari Logan, our rookie middle linebacker. He did pretty good. 18 TFLs out of Myles Garrett, 13 out of Chris Jones, 12 out of Josh Phelps, and look at all these sacks. 15.5 out of Josh Phelps, 15 out of Myles Garrett, and 12 out of Chris Jones. 2 picks out of Grant Delpit, 2 out of Kari Logan, 1 out of Roman Claiborne, 1 out of Denzel Ward, and 1 out of Greg Newsome. I wonder if Logan had a good enough year to win Rookie of the Year. 121 tackles, 4 TFLs, 2 picks. I feel like if he had a sack or 2, maybe not. No, maybe not, though. I want to do this before I check the yearly awards because we had a lot of sacks. I want to see if we led the league. Nah, we were number 2. Close. All right, I don't know why I'm being a tweaker. But MVP goes to Patrick Mahomes. We came in 3rd place with Baker Mayfield. He was so close so many times throughout this video. AFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Patrick Mahomes. Baker Mayfield in 8th place. Amari Cooper in 10th. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby. Myles Garrett in 3rd place. Josh Phelps in 6th place, and Chris Jones in 9th place. We have the best D-line of all time. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Corn Bennett for the Bengals, another division rival winning an award. Steve Hendricks in 4th place. I think this was our backup running back. I couldn't tell you for sure. Defensive Rookie of the Year does go to Kari Logan, though, so that's fucking awesome. It's not going to matter much because this is going to be the last year of the rebuild. Madden, if you're listening, please put me in the Super Bowl this year. We have 4 overalls on the Patriots. Let's send to the divisional. If we lose this game, I'm about to be salty. There we go. 17-10 over the Bengals, or over the Patriots. We're taking on the Bengals in the divisional, who we have 2 overalls on. We had a better offensive points per game. We had a better defensive points per game. Let's get to the AFC Championship, and let's see if we're in it. God damn it. That's such bullshit. Baker had an interception, but he also had 2 touchdowns and 300 yards. Nick Chubb did pretty good. He didn't have a touchdown, though, but Emmanuel Wilson did. Drake London, 92 yards a touchdown. Amari Cooper, 87 yards a touchdown. 60 yards out of Njoku. Baker didn't get sacked a single time and we had 3 sacks in the game. So how did we lose exactly? Joe Burrow didn't throw for a single touchdown. This guy named Von Hatchett had 3 tuds. Dude, that's such bullshit. I would do another year, but we all know how it would go. We would just be disappointed, honestly. And I'm trying to not get you guys 1 hour long videos. Plus, Baker's just going to keep progressing. His +9 morale at the end of the year, it's going to go down. He's going to be like an 80 overall. But we built a really nice team here. Baker Mayfield finishes off at a 92 overall with morale X factor. Nick Chubb was great every year. We finished with a really good receiving core. Amari Cooper was great throughout the rebuild. And Njoku was great throughout the rebuild. And on defense, we just look at this defense. Logan has X factor. We have 2 superstar safeties, a superstar corner with a 94 overall corner as our CB2, an 85 overall corner as our CB3. 3 good young linebackers. Like, this defense wouldn't get any better. There's not much else I could do to this team, so there's no point in doing another year if Madden's going to bend me over and fuck me. But if you made it this far, you clearly enjoyed the video, so thank you so much for watching, and leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I love you so much. That's the end of this one. Deuces.